And we're live.
Woohoo!
Thank you to Da Beach for working all week and sending us 150 versions of intros. uh, yeah, he created several of them. He was giving us all different kinds. So much thanks to Da Beach for the great little intro, and I liked it. Nice look to it.
Yeah, man.
We've been sent. We all looked at them, and sometimes it was a little bit hard on some of the choices. So thanks for everybody watching us. We'll go through the panel. Blue, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
Good.
All right, you're ready
Yeah.
for some great movies today?
Oh God. Somebody's got a little too much energy, I think, today. I got none.
All right, we'll work together. I'll give you 50 of mine. What's up, Andrew? How are you doing today?
Hello. I'm slightly less tired than Shannon.
Just all right, and then we got Alvin over here, retired
Hey.
man, got plenty of energy, been just chilling around.
Yep. I'm tired though. I didn't get to sleep till I didn't get to take a nap today. Is what it
Oh
was.
Jesus.
Because I was
Yeah.
watching some of the newer stuff.
Yeah, a busy man. So the beach says can hardly wait for his royalties checks to come rolling in. Well, since this show makes absolutely none, your check is in the mail. So this is all good.
Royalty
So
check right here.
yeah, I got you check. Look through here. Thank you for Roger for joining us. He's in the side chat. Eddie's down here. Patty, thank you for joining us. Nice to talk to her last week.
Yeah.
Steve, thank you for joining us as always. Always in here checking us out at the beach. Again, thank you for watching and thank you for your contribution. DJ Themes, thank you for joining us. And I will just say, if anybody's never watched this show before, what we do here is we'll do a review. Normally, it's one movie each week, but this week we have two because there was so many new movies all released within the last 10 days or so. We wanted to go ahead and get some of those movies or review some of those movies so it didn't get too old. So we got two movies today, which is Cruella and Wrath of Man. And what we'll do is we will go through the movies, and at the end of us talking about the two movies, we will open it up to where you can come on the show if you'd like to come on and tell us what you think. You can turn your camera on or not turn your camera on as long as you have a microphone that we can hear you. But you feel free to post over on the side chat where you see people over here like Jim and Asif and Roger and all them posting over there. If you post a comment, I will do my best to get it up here so everybody sees it. Okay, so the only thing we need to get out of the way is our voting for next week's movie. So we're only going to be able to pick from one movie that is voted in the Telegram group, which is in the show notes below. If you look down below and open up, it says more. You'll see the link to the Telegram group. Join there, vote, as well as being able to vote for the movie this week. Did you play or pass? So we will only pick one movie for next week, and we will do that at the end of the show. So you got about an hour, maybe a little over an hour, and then the voting happens. And if you miss it, it's too bad. So I will go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to jump on here and show you the movies. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of each of the movies, or just show the title. And we want this one. Share big screen. There we go. Okay, so the first one, American Traitor, Trial of Axis Sally, which has to do with World War II. She was the voice of the Germans. Oh, you Americans are going to die. Give up, American. Yeah, so she was actually American. So it's a trial of that. Was it
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino? Al Pacino.
I got my vote.
Okay. We got Georgetown, which is another movie with Christopher Waltz, which he's been in quite a few movies that we've actually reviewed. He marries an older woman, she dies, and then there's questions about her dying and who she left her money to. Great White. This was last week. This was in the picks along options for last week, which is a shark
Jesus,
movie.
3.9 out of 10.
It's dropping fast. I think it was higher last
It
week.
was higher last week.
It's dropping fast. So
I don't know. I can't believe. I don't know how it got votes. The trailer was awful.
Yeah. Well, there's people that'll actually watch stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
it's some of us like
Yeah,
Jaws.
Aubrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Auburn was probably an 8 on that. That actually pulled it up to a 3.9 to 3.6. Let's see. So we got Profile, which is a British journalist tries to infiltrate in the Islamic State. She tries to get recruited because she's trying to write a story and how she gets tied up into that. And one of the guys is in it. This guy. Where is he? Where have I seen him? He's been
Which
in
guy?
something else. This guy here. This guy here. He's been in some movies we've seen. And is it this guy? I'm sorry, didn't mean to get sidetracked. Yeah, we've seen. Where have I seen him?
What's
Is he
his
in
name?
Lost or something?
What's his name?
Latif.
Latif.
I could have swore I've seen him in something.
No, that's not the guy from Lost. Was like Naveed.
Oh, no, he was Discovery. Yeah, Star Trek Discovery. He was the
Okay.
Klingon, the one that
Oh,
got
yeah.
the one
Yeah.
that was all he was jacked up. So I'm sorry, got sidetracked. Insight. Martial arts. These guys are able to. They have possessed special powers and they're able to see the
Ooh.
future.
I think I just found mine.
Yeah, 4.3. Okay.
I don't care. It's got action stuff and powers.
Yeah. Check out the trailer on that one there, babe.
Mm.
Spiral, which I think this is the last week. This one's going to be up here. It's another
Yeah.
book of Saw. Another
Horror movie.
scare movie. The
Yeah.
Comeback Trail, which this was on last week, 5.6. So that's it's actually going up, but I think it was dropping. I think it was higher last week. Star-studded cast, trying to make a movie, then they want to kill off the star because they want to make a bad movie but kill off the star to get the insurance money. Marijuana Conspiracy. I don't know what that is about, but I guess it's about marijuana.
What? You didn't watch the
No, it just didn't
trailer?
even look. No, it didn't even look. We didn't even know what it was.
What?
It's
I saw the
What's it
name.
rated? It was rated a 6.3.
Yeah.
It's there's a group of women get like put together. I think they get put together. They all live together in like a room or like an apartment or whatever. Or they go to somewhere and they join this study and they all get put together and they're just smoking marijuana for how long is it, like a month or so? I don't or 98 days.
98 days. 98 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they
3
just
weeks.
study the effects of marijuana.
Okay. Yeah, I think we don't need to isolate people. There's plenty of people we know that probably smoked for more than 98 days in a row.
Yeah.
So
No, but there was stuff that they put in the weed. They ended up finding it was a conspiracy. Hence the name.
Okay. Oh.
Hence the marijuana.
Hence the name.
No, it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
It all comes together now. Okay. Paper Tigers, martial arts, looks like Karate Kid-ish.
I thought Blue would have liked that one.
Actually,
He
yeah,
went to
changing my mind.
Oh, God.
Karate. This I don't know.
It was crap.
Okay.
It looked crap.
Okay. And so those are our movies. So you have American Trader, Georgetown, Great White. This movie, which was not him, it was
Profile.
Profile.
Kind of like Friended.
Yeah.
I just had a look, and it's I had a look who voted with me on this, and it's Tan and Deezy.
Yeah.
So
I want
Insights,
American
Trial.
because it looks really good.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, everyone's got a little bit of time to vote, and so get your votes in because once they're over, they are done. I mean, so we'll be voting on that. So let's go ahead and get cranking. What y'all think, y'all? I know that everybody's ready.
Yeah.
See, look at Blue, excited. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just long day at work.
No.
You okay, Aubin?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was
Okay,
just,
okay.
watching the votes change.
Okay. All right. So, all right, people got some
Okay,
chances.
so we're gonna.
So let's
go
get
to
going on
Cruella?
this. Yep, we're gonna go to Cruella, and then we'll go back at the end of the show, folks. We will take a vote. We'll take a look at what got most votes, and then that will be the movie for next week. So, Cruella, who wants to be first on this from the panel? Or does anybody care?
Don't care. I'll go if you want me to go. No,
Sure.
want me to go.
Yeah, do it, Bo.
Okay. Cruella. Uh, I liked it. Um, um, I thought Emma Stone was just, perfect. She did a really good job. I liked that '70s feel to the movie. I thought that the hair and makeup was just, great in this movie. Uh, I like the um, well, one thought I had about it was, are little kids able to understand this movie, or is the movie for little kids? I didn't even look at what it was rated. Can you just
Well,
see where?
it's a Disney, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's for kids.
Okay. All right. What's it rated then? PG-13. Okay.
PG-13.
Okay. So then I guess people aren't taking little kids, because that's what I was concerned about. Was
I
if little
wasn't
kids
thinking it
were?
was yeah, I wasn't thinking it was a little kids movie. I thought it was teenager plus. Yeah.
I know, but I guess that, if I were a little kid and I were into Disney and all that stuff, and here goes a movie about, Cruella, and if the kid really loved 101 Dalmatians, how are you
Well,
gonna,
there's no swearing, there's no nudity, there's
right?
no, you know,
Hmm.
I don't know. I
But
saw
something
Jaws
made it
when I was
13. Right. So did I. I saw it early, but I don't know if what someone with a 7-year-old would have a problem with the kid saying that they want to see the movie. You know what I mean? I just don't know why I thought that while watching it. Something must have happened, and I just wasn't sure. Maybe it was it. I have no idea. Um, I left the movie just wanting more backstory on Cruella, because, as everyone knows, I'm not a big Disney fan, but I really liked it, and I wanted more backstory on her. Uh, and I'm just trying to see what else I wrote here. And I like seeing Emma Stone as a villain, or just seeing anything where you get to watch the villain and really like and root for the villain. Okay, that's enough from me. Make it
Okay.
short. Keep it short.
All right. All right.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Andrew.
Um, I love Emma Stone. I think she's fantastic, and she's an absolute total babe. So that's even better. I did like her English accent. I think she did a good job with that. It's
She
very upper
totally did.
class. And it's better than an accent that I heard in the other movie, which I'll talk about later. It like that kind of like upper class talking. It can like put you off and make you irritate you a bit, but just because of the way that speaking makes you, that makes them come across like they're better than people. So I guess she did a really good job of that. And I don't think she's. I know. I know Cruella is obviously a villain in the original 101 Dalmatians, but in this, like, and also these remakes, I don't think they're made for kids. I think they're made for the adults that were kids. That when these movies, like these original Disney films, first came out. But I don't think she's a villain in this. She's what I'd probably class as like an anti-hero, because she's is obviously this is the origins of Cruella, so she's like she starts off really like as someone you root for, and I like that. I like how she's got the Cruella part of her like isn't. It's like it's the separate part of her that's been trying to get out, and you can see like at the beginning when she's like trying to be like mischievous and that, and our mother is trying to rein her in, and like she's always getting in trouble at school, and I never understood why. I never understand. They didn't really explain how she was born with the white in her hair. Although, and if they did, I didn't. I must have missed it, but I don't think they explained that.
I don't think they explained it, but they
They
showed
just
it.
said she just
Yeah, they
think
showed
just
it. Yeah, and
basically
then she was
said
a
she
baby.
I think they basically just said she came out odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
This
love.
reminded me of that's not to interrupt for a second. It reminded me of Pink Floyd, The Wall, when she was getting the demerits, and I was just I don't know, for something I was thinking of, if you've ever seen the video of The Wall, and he's like, you had got to eat your pudding. It just reminded me when he was doing it. He
Uh-huh.
stamped in her book.
Yeah, I loved how I loved the camaraderie between her and the two guys. I liked how they were just. I love how in the cartoon these two guys are so like fucking. They're just like stooges, and the big guy kind of acts like that anyway after the whole movie. But I just like him. I just like him. But I like in this one how they like it shows how they're all together as a team at first, and then gradually she starts to take control, and I liked how they weren't just like straight away submissive to her and be like, right, well, you're in charge, I'll do what you want. They're kind of like they didn't like it, and they kind of work up to it. So I liked how that progressed, and rather than them just being the two idiots from the cartoon that just like I'll just blindly follow you for no reason. The story was great. It was put together really well, and I liked how the fact the main antagonist ended up being. I mean, I know I'm jumping into spoilers straight away, but I liked how the main antagonist ended up being her mother. And it's funny because if you look at the original Cruella de Vil, and then you look at the mother in this one, she pretty much is Cruella. She is Cruella de Vil in this movie. And Emma Stone's character isn't like, I know she's Cruella, but she's not really like she's original. She's like the original Emma Thompson, who did great in this movie as well. She's kind of like the original Cruella because she acts like her, and she's total bitch who just cares about herself. So yeah, I liked how they did the little twist there, and like you can see like this Cruella wasn't just someone that was just born as a total psychotic bitch. She kind of grows into it, and she obviously gets it from her mother. I don't know. I mean, 2 hours and 15 minutes is quite long, but it was and it kept us in. It kept us watching without like stopping and thinking. Right, this is a boring part of the movie. Everything just flowed nicely, and I liked the story. The only thing that bugged us a little bit was like the CGI dogs.
Yeah.
Like almost every clip of the dogs was like they were like CGI, and you could blatantly tell. And I thought it was a bit weird for like Disney, who's like, and like for the way CGI's progressed, it kind of like I don't know. I felt like it could have been better. I felt like it should have been. It should have been. I'm sure I've seen better CGI dogs or animals than what was in this because it just looked blatant, which was weird. But that was the only thing that nagged us a bit. But other than that, I thought the acting was great. The story was great, and I hope. I think there probably will be another one, and I hope there is. It's been a success anyway. As far as like Disney like live action remakes has been.
Okay. All right. Miss Blue, do you want to be next?
Sure.
Okay.
I loved it. I really like I said before, how Disney is doing like a complete turnaround on basically showing you the bad guy's point of view kind of thing on how they became like the way they became. Just like I said with Maleficent, like it was neat to see what happened to her, that made her turn into a bad guy. What was funny about this too is like from her perspective, like when especially early on, the Dalmatians were bad guys. The Dalmatians killed her mother. Like, I mean, so you could kind of see like later on in life why she had a thing against Dalmatians, It's kind of funny actually. So I thought that was really neat. Emma Thompson was fantastic. Emma Stone, fantastic British accent. Like it was like you wouldn't even know she was American. There lots of times Americans, they try and they just they don't quite pull it off. But I thought she was perfect in it. Wink was my absolute favorite character in the whole thing. He's so adorable. I love the part where they're trying to rob the safe there, and and he's spraying him with that stuff, and then he just flops over. But he's just this cute little
He was
adorable
dressed
thing.
as a rat.
Like
'Cause
when
he was,
he, and,
Yeah.
yeah,
dressed as a rat.
when he saves Horace and Jasper from jail there, and he's like, he basically, and Jasper says like, or Horace says, I'm gonna kiss you right on the mouth. I don't even care where it's been. It was like, oh my god, like just adorable. There were so many parts of it that were good, I thought there's just the character of Cruella. I like the fact too that she got her last name from a car. Cruella Deville, like but it's spelled like devil. Yeah, there was a lot of endearing moments. I loved the fashion in it. I thought, and I'm not even a huge fashion person, but I found the stuff stunning. I like the part where she, sewed those moths or whatever right into the dress. That I thought that was pretty ingenious there, where it basically ate away the entire collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just it had sad parts, it had funny parts, it had cool rock and roll parts. My favorite dress by far was the one where she fell out of the back of the garbage truck, and then when it pulled away, turned out pretty much all the garbage was actually her dress. That was genius. The rock and roll concert, I don't know. I liked everything about it. I thought it was pretty cool. And another thing that I love too is they had Anita and George in there. Like Anita Darling. The funny thing is though, I guess, or sorry, Roger. Her husband's name was Roger in the cartoons. So I'm kind of confused as to why her last name is Darling right here, because unless, see, I haven't seen the thing in a long time. Was it Anita Darling and then she married Roger, and Roger's last name was something different, I'm guessing. But it was kind of cute that they were both in here as well. So yeah, I really liked it.
Okay. Okay, you're done?
Yep.
All right. For me, I expected to really hate the movie. I went into this movie expecting to absolutely hate it. I watched this last week and I was like, all right, here we go. Let's just, it's like swallowing a pill. Let's just get it, take the medicine and get it done. And about 30 minutes into it, I started smiling at this. The soundtrack, off the chain.
Yeah.
The period that they did a fabulous job of the music was right along on the timeline of the movie. So as it started in the 60s and it's progressed, the music progressed along with it. I mean, the soundtrack, and you guys can look up the songs. I mean, they're all big songs and great songs. The Tina Turner and Ike and the Rolling
They had
Stones.
two of them. Tina
Doors.
Turner had two of them in there.
It was so good. The I Want to Be Your
Probably why it
Dog.
costs so much.
Yeah, you're right about that. The I Want to Be Your Dog part was my favorite. The rock concert fashion show that she
Yeah.
pulled off was, I mean, I don't know. It was, I had like chills because I was like, the riff of that music was so good. He's playing the guitar, just fabulous job. The acting, as everyone said, great acting. The wardrobe, off the chain of wardrobe. The guy that did the fashion guy, the Artie, wasn't it Artie? That guy that she had that little shop, and
Oh
he
yeah,
Yeah.
she was doing it.
the
He was
Bowie
doing
guy.
fashions. Yeah. Funny. That guy, their little their interaction with each other was great. I thought that they did that. Emma did so well. I didn't realize how pretty she was. I mean, some of the ones when she, like when you see close up her face and her eyes, beautiful. A
It's
girl. And
funny because sometimes she can look homely, like just in real life.
Yeah.
She's got these humongous eyes, like they're almost like crazy.
Yes. They're kind
Weird
of
mouth.
weird. Yeah. But this picture here, when I saw, there's just something about the makeup, I mean, just popping. But again, I couldn't find nothing bad. Yeah, I couldn't find anything bad with this. And at the end, you're pulling for Cruella Deville, who in every other movie you hated. You're pulling for her. You do see the transformation. It did make me think: Are we who we are born? Who are we who we are born, or is the environment who we become? And in this, you see that she was born a certain way, and her adopted mother, if you want to call her that, tried to make her a little bit different, to soften her up and to make her more to fit in, but her instincts, who she was, would not allow that. And she kept pulling back to be more like her fraternal mother, who was a Raven bee. And I thought that she did a phenomenal job with Emma Thompson. I thought her acting was great. I thought that there were so many good things. So that's what I have. I can't even find nothing wrong with
You
this
know,
movie.
it honestly, with
Loved
the wardrobe in this, it wouldn't surprise me if this got nominated for Academy Award, just for how fantastic the
It's going to
outfit
be
is.
nominated for
I'm
multiple.
just thinking this will win some awards.
Yeah,
It's going to win. It's going to be nominated for, like I said, music, soundtrack. It's going to be nominated. Wardrobe, makeup. I mean, acting. It's going. You watch. This is going to be right now. I can't see how it's not going to be the top movie for nominated fours. I mean, just really good. So sorry, that was my thoughts on that. So that's what we have. I didn't see a whole lot. I saw a few people said nice soundtrack, a few things. The beach had on there. Hybrid Rat was funny.
As you talk about soundtrack, just so you know, the Beach put out that list on Telegram.
Yeah,
So
and he actually
make sure
sent. Did he send me I think he had all the songs listed, because
Yeah.
if you try to download this, the zip file is missing about 5 songs. About 5 songs are not available on the zip. So yeah, he posted where you could get some of those, some of the other songs that were missing from the soundtrack, because it was really good. Okay, so that was that movie. And again, we'll post links for you guys to join the chat. You'll be able to join in and let us know what you think. Feel free to post on the side chat what you think as we're moving through this. The next movie we have is Wrath of Man, Jason Statham. I'm going to go ahead and take me a chill, because, I got to slow down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down. All right, who wants to be first on this one? Blue, got her hand up first?
Yeah.
Yep, go.
all right. I didn't like this as much as I thought I was going to. I think the problem for me is I read Guy Ritchie, so I was expecting Guy Ritchie more style, more.
You there?
You there?
Oh, we've lost her.
She froze. Yeah, she
All
froze.
right, hold on. Man, everyone get off her Plex.
Guy Ritchie got her.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie heard you talking junk.
Uh-huh.
He said,
Took her out.
Yeah, he took her out. All right, I saw. We'll come
I'll
back
go.
to her. Go ahead.
Okay,
Dave.
It's funny she said that she didn't like it as much as she thought she was going to, because I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. Like I've just been looking at this movie and thinking, I don't know if I can be bothered to watch this, because I'm not a massive Jason Statham fan, and actually I didn't even realize till the end of the movie that it was a Guy Ritchie movie. It made sense in the end, though, that it was directed by him, because chances it's not still, but it kind of, when I seen that he had directed it, I thought to myself, well, yeah, this is kind of a Guy Ritchie movie. Like the action, the only thing that was different was I thought the story was, like, some of his movies, the stories are like all over the place and hard to follow. And this one, as long as you're like not drifting off and looking at something else, you can follow this one quite well. And as it progresses, everything comes together nicely. I think I was a bit worried at the beginning, because I didn't think Shansish can't get back in.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't think. I thought the dialogue at the beginning was a bit pants. When he joins up as the with the what do you call them? I know they're the guys that go around and collect the cases of money from like banks and like not from banks, sorry, from like supermarket chains and stuff like that. Oh, she's back.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what you call those guys. But when he obviously gets a job working with them, and he goes in, they're having all the banter in the locker rooms, and they're telling all these silly names they've got for each other, and I thought, oh, the dialogue was a bit crap. But as the movie went on, I started to like the characters that were in it, like Josh Hartnett. When he's first introduced, I didn't get him. I didn't like his character. I thought he was and I thought it didn't seem like he was really like putting a lot into the acting until a little bit further in the movie gets better. And Jason Statham is like always this straight face fucking like just like this straight guy who like he's got like dry sense of humor and doesn't really show much emotion. I think that's why sometimes I get put off his acting, because he's like kind of like he kind of comes across as one dimensional, but he's not. And I thought he was good in this. And I never really see. I know he's done a lot of movies where he's the lead. But I don't really look at him as like a leading actor. And maybe that's because some of the movies he's been in where he's the lead, I've never really been interested in watching it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's him or if it's just the movie doesn't look my type of thing. I don't know. But I guess I guess from watching this, I probably could sit down and watch a movie that he's the lead in, and I'll probably be surprised like I was with this one, because like I said, Shan said she thought she was gonna like this more than she did, and I thought I was gonna hate this more than I did. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty good action. Story was okay. I'd classify it as good for a Guy Ritchie story. So yeah, I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored of it. I thought some of the dialogue and some of the acting wasn't the best, but it was an okay. And the story I could follow the story quite well. So yeah, it was good. I was going to say it was enjoyable, but it wasn't bad.
Okay, you can take not bad. Blue, you're back, so you want to jump back in there?
I'll try this again. Yeah.
Guy Ritchie heard you talking shit about him, and he kicked you off the internet.
Dabs, let's change the scroll on the bottom.
Oh, thank you, bud.
So yeah, I don't know if just Guy Ritchie stuff is always better if everybody has either British or Irish accents, but I found the acting quite bad for most of them. I don't know. It was just I didn't hate the movie. I didn't. For me, it was like maybe a 6. I liked the 3-part process to it. I like how it started with him working and you don't really know his backstory, and then you see his backstory, and then you see the bad guy's backstory. I did like that progression, so you get to see exactly what's going on. Felt so bad for him with his son there. His son must have been something with him, right? The way he was so protective of him was he autistic or something? Because he seemed very protective, made him go back in the house and get a coat. Like, I don't know what that was.
But wasn't it because he wanted to take that phone call?
He wanted phone
He didn't
call,
want to
yeah.
be interrupted with his.
No, but I mean, just the way he was with his kid made me wonder if his son had something. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
he seemed kind of shy, kind of sweet, kind of, I don't know. That was just my take on it. Clint Eastwood's son. I really, really, really wish people would stop casting him. I think they only cast him because he's Clint Eastwood's son. His acting is garbage. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, he was the main bad guy in this. He's the guy that, survives to the end. And like, I don't know if it's because he's good looking, but to me, he's not even that good looking. Like, I mean, his dad's like 90 and he's better looking, in my opinion, but that's because Clint Eastwood's got sex appeal. But yeah, I just wish they'd stop casting him. Like, but yeah, no, I like I said, my main problem was maybe if I didn't know it was a Guy Ritchie, if I had just watched it for a Jason Statham action film, I might have enjoyed it better. But I kind of expect more from Guy Ritchie because I mean, well, we've watched quite a few of theirs. You know, like King Arthur, fantastic. The Gentleman, fantastic. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, fantastic. Snatch, fantastic. He usually makes really, really good. So this to me was a little bit of a downer. So like I said, maybe I would have enjoyed it better if I hadn't known it was him, and maybe I would have enjoyed it better if he had done it in England instead of in the U.S. No offense to the U.S.
I personally think
We'll take it.
I personally think that Guy Ritchie is he's a bit hit and miss. I know he's had a few, like when he gets it good, it's like great movies. He's got a few good gems like the ones you've just mentioned there. But I think he has done a lot of movies that aren't like
the one he did when he was married to Madonna. There, the one with her in it, that was frick garbage.
Yeah, I'd say this one, it's not his worst, and it's nowhere near in the category of the ones you just mentioned, but it's like it's above the crap.
Yeah, like because I mean, The Gentleman was the last one that he made before this one, and that was so good.
Yeah,
like so good. Okay, so that's it for me.
Okay, Alvin, you want to go next, bud?
Yeah, I'll go. I like the movie. This was another heist movie. We've been doing a bunch of them lately. One thing I didn't understand, as much as I like the movie, I couldn't understand how does he work for the armored car company, and and remember they call him in with the with the owner and everything, and how did they not know that he was part of the accident, that it was his son that was killed?
He got fake papers, fake everything, fake
But you
backstory.
can clearly look at the guy and say, you know what, this guy looks kind of familiar. You want to do all this other stuff over a heist in your where two of your drivers were killed, and then you're gonna go hire somebody else that looks just like the guy that was shot. I just couldn't understand that.
The guys that shot him was that. Remember, that was a different crew. Those were just some soldiers.
I understand that, but I'm talking about the armor company, armor company. They had the footage, from the thing, and you see the kid get shot, and then the father gets shot. You know what I mean? I don't understand why they. I think they should have covered it up a different way, because to me that was just like for all the back and forth that they were doing with it, they I just felt that was wrong.
Maybe it's like you know how people say all black people look alike, which is friggin' horrible. Maybe all bald people look alike. Andrew does look a little bit like Jason Statham, if you ask me.
And who do I look like?
Well, you'd look like a chubbier Denzel Washington.
Oh God. I don't know. I like that in the movie how they gave it like those quote unquote chapters. Like they had a dark spirit and scorched earth and stuff like that. And for each of those parts, they would say those words within that chapter. Like bad animals, bad.
I didn't even notice that actually.
Yeah. Liver, lungs, spleen, and heart. When he was killing them.
I do remember just that one, but I don't remember it in the other.
It did it with the other one. The
I remember the animals. Bad animals being bad. I remember them saying that.
I just paid the first time I noticed that was the one just before the bad animals bad. I was like, oh, that's
Scorched Earth.
Okay. That's Scorched Earth. Yeah, that's the one that's when I picked up on it. It was like halfway through the movie.
And they even did the dark spirit. So I
missed that one.
Movie. I thought it was worth watching. It was worth the time to watch. I thought Jason Statham did a good job. I didn't mind giving it a second watch because I had already watched it before. And I one thing that he said that I thought was funny was when he goes to him, "Did you make a poo poo?" Remember when he
Yeah, when he left him in the when they were
Yeah,
shoot at the shootout.
yeah. I thought that was pretty funny. Uh, I like how he came out. He just started this whacking these guys, left and right, and I thought it was pretty good. Okay, that's you go. Your all your steps.
Okay, for me, Wrath of Man, I'm a little bit like Blue was. I did put when I heard that Guy Ritchie had done this. I was a little excited because as much as I love The Gentleman, and not just because of Matthew McConaughey being in it, I like Guy Ritchie movies. I like the dialogue. That banner. That quick banner. That was not in this. I didn't catch that. There was none of that. Maybe he just was trying to pull away from that because he doesn't want to be known just for that quick banter type of movies like he has in a lot of his movies. So I was a little disappointed for that. Storyline was good for a heist movie. I don't. You get what you pay for on this. You're kind of already it's going to be a shoot 'em up. It's going to be a vengeance movie where a guy's going after his son dying. I saw Dave. There was asked if he was a bad. Was he a crook or FBI? And I think Dave was right. I think that they pulled off major heists. His group was part of the they were criminals. They were career criminals. They stole from high end things because that was why he wanted to know who could have pulled this off because his crew didn't do it. Because I think his crew going to pull it off because they wanted to know, is the truck going right or left? And he says right, because that's all he needed to do. Say, is the
Hmm.
truck going right or left? And his crew was waiting to intercept that truck, but another crew intercepted that truck,
Hmm.
and just a set of soldiers that were looking to make a big score, and he just got caught up in the middle of it. So I liked it. I thought Jason Statham played. Andrew said it. He played his part. He played the part that I see him play all the time. That callous, no emotion. That guy. He did play a little bit colder in this, and because of his son dying, he was a little bit colder and a little bit more ruthless. Uh, and scorched earth was a lot of what he did do when he was trying to find the people that had killed his son. He would not rest until he found who had killed his son. He didn't care what it took, or who had to die to find out for that. So I thought it was good. Thought the storyline was good. The little twists at the end. There was some definite issues at the end when they were stealing money again, and how all some of that stuff at the end. But I just had to ignore that for the shootouts, which then again another shootout thing when when they had the big heist inside the building, and those two security guards were in that armored truck, and they're like, "Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?" And I'm thinking, "You're in a freaking armored truck. Shut the damn door." I mean, yeah, if you don't want to get shot, shut the door. And guess what? You're not going to get shot. But no, we're going to keep the door open and we're going to shoot at guys that have full body armor plate, mask, helmet, the whole 9 yards. You're shooting them with just regular guns. And guess what? They ain't working. But we're just going to keep shooting at them. I'm like, no, I'd have got in the armored truck, shut the door, locked it. And hey, we'll be here to tell the police what had
Hmm.
happened when they get here. But no, they end up getting shot and killed. Uh, but good movie. As Blue said, I, the Clint Eastwood's son to me at the end. I don't think his acting. I knew he was going to be a snake in the grass right from the go. Right from the first time you meet him, you're like, he's going to be the guy that's going to double cross everybody. And what does he do?
Hmm.
Double cross everybody.
Yep.
So that was predictable. I guess there was a lot of predictability in this movie, but it's a shoot 'em up heist movie. You get what you pay for in this kind of situation. So I can't say that it was a bad movie. You just get what you pay for, but definitely full of action, full of shooting, um, some good special effects, and I did wonder about how if he as good as he was with a gun, and they did question him about that, like how good. I mean, he was like pop, 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 like 3 shots right in the head, boom, 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 guys down.
Hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I guess Cruella I liked way more than I thought I was gonna like it, and then this one not I didn't like it as much as I thought I might, but still a good movie. But that's what I've got. I'm going to go ahead and post the link. I'm going to copy this, post this over here for everybody in the side chat. So the people that have been in this chat before, they know the drill. There's their link. They can jump on the show, and then we will cover the rest. Let everyone else talk about what they thought about this particular movie, and then we will go to the vote to see what we're doing next week, as well as the vote for Player Pass on these two movies for this week. All right, so we got Roger in the house. Welcome, Roger.
Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear
What-
me this week?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, got you. Perfect.
Very good, very good. Well, since we were talking about the Jason Statham movie last, I'll start with it. Something that you never expect going into a Jason Statham movie is that he's going to be by far the best actor in it. Because the supporting cast in this was pretty much horrible. Eddie Marsden was okay, but his role was irrelevant. But everybody else was horrible. But with that said, I would still recommend the movie. It was an okay watch. I just didn't expect him to be the best actor out of the whole crew. And one thing that you said, Dabs, earlier, that this Guy Ritchie movie didn't have the snappy banter, the back and forth, and I felt that all the dialogue was horrific in this movie. Like it was somebody that had not really had conversational English before. You know, it's just not how people speak to one another. So.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that either, but it wasn't a horrible movie. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't horrible. Now Cruella, on the other hand, I freaking loved that movie. The sets was awesome. One thing that you guys didn't touch on was the cinematography. Towards the beginning of the movie, when Estella is going to the fashion. Madam's fashion place for the first time, there's a handheld shot that follows her for about a minute and a half that's uninterrupted, just a beautiful piece of cinematography. So I think that movie will also be nominated for Oscars in cinematography, which is one they didn't mention. The soundtrack was killer. I did notice the two Tina Turner songs. They were both covers of other people's songs, and it was Ike and Tina Turner. So Tina ain't seeing a dime out of those royalties.
Mm-hmm.
That all goes to Ike's estate, because we know that from a few shows ago.
Yeah.
She survived with her name out of that. That's it.
Yeah.
So, but it was great. Emma Stone has one of the prettiest faces in Hollywood. I've said it before, big eyes and big smiles get me every time, and she's got both of those. And I think if she had been an actress, she could have been a top fashion model, because she wore those clothes like a top-notch fashion model does. I really enjoyed it. I'll let Eddie have his say, but that was a great movie, I thought. And Wink was my favorite character by far out of all of them. And I said in chat earlier that the only thing that I didn't like was Emma Stone's accent. And what I didn't like about it is I don't understand how a child raised on the street in London could have a posh accent like that. I thought she should have had more of an accent like the chubby guy or the other guy.
Can I say why I think that might be, though? Because they were pulling scams all the time. She needed to be able to change between probably personalities and different accents to fit into different places. That'd be my guess.
Nah, that is plausible, Blue. I'll give you that. So that
And the school she went to.
Yeah, the school that she went to also.
That she got kicked out pretty quick, though.
Yeah, she was 10 when she left that school, and then
And it wasn't long. Because she was still. Her mom took her out of that because they quit. She got withdrawn from the school. She didn't get kicked out.
Yeah, that's right.
But she went to a couple different schools too, right?
No, but I mean, and then when she was 10 and on, she was on the streets. But the thing is, they pulled scams all over the place. Like, one of the coolest things about this movie is the fact that they were like chameleons, the way they could fit in everywhere, you know? Even playing, like, one of them was a DJ and the other one was playing guitar. Like, I mean, driving big trucks. Like, they did all kinds of different things. It was kind of neat.
Actually, as well, if you pay attention at the beginning, as the movie goes on, her accent gets a bit more posher. It's not like it's a little bit rougher in the beginning, even when she's on the streets with them two doing the hustles and stuff. But then when she starts to break into like the fashion side of it, she's around all these people that are obviously talk like that, and then our attitude, our accent gets a bit more like upper class. So it's like tiny differences though, but I guess I could tell maybe people, other UK people might be able to tell, but yeah.
And you're right, because remember she changed her accent when they stole that jewelry. When Wink jumped down there and she was speaking with like a Russian accent.
Yeah,
or
she
something.
was
Yeah.
actually. You're
It was
right.
like so. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the movie, and I had read on my Google alerts, that news feed you get on your phone. I didn't read either of the articles, but I seen the titles was that people were pissed that Disney was introducing an openly homosexual character into this movie, and I guess they're referring to that Artie guy.
Artie, yeah.
But God, if people
How-
are upset about
How
that,
stupid is that?
exactly.
Seriously.
That's part of the fashion world.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even get gay off him.
Not to say that in a harsh way. I just mean it is part of the fashion world.
Oh, for sure. But the Artie guy, I didn't see him as gay. I saw him as androgynous, more like David Bowie type of deal,
Yeah.
So if people are pissed about that, they need to get a better hobby.
Yeah.
All right, I'll shut up now. Let
Yeah,
somebody else go.
He was great in the movie. I did.
He
really
was
like
awesome.
His character was good. Him and Emma together were just.
I mean,
was
this
like-
is what
Snowflake
writing.
generation.
This is what writing for a movie should be, because that was a great script. It really was. All right, go ahead, Penn.
Penn, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. So, what's your thoughts of one or both of these movies?
Oh, for sure. Well, with Cruella, I definitely agree with Roger on terms of the cinematography. One scene in particular that stood out to me was the light scene where she asked, like, "Do you have a light?" And just seeing the cinematography when it's how they did it in the shot for me. It was the whole fire coming down, and it was just smooth how they interpreted that scene as far as the director is concerned. It was one of the things that stood out also when she met up with one of her friends, Anita, in the film. And she had like this uppity vibe to her. You could tell she was in good spirits, and she just had like this higher class feel to her. And I just like that scene. It was very positive because you can tell that she was getting into her character, and she was it showed the progression of her attitude towards just talking to people in general and how she interact with old acquaintances or general people. And then I just liked the acting in it. I thought the script was pretty solid. I do have to agree with Andrew earlier. He stated with the CGI dogs, yeah, those sort of stood out a bit there like a sore thumb. It wasn't too bad towards the end of the film, but overall, I think Cruella was a nice film. I think Disney, they took control of this, and they wanted to give out their story, and I think they broke it down pretty well. Overall, I thought it was pretty enjoyable. With Wrath of Man, I could tell by the title that this is going to be like a vengeance, type of film. It wasn't really too much of that. The scene in the bar where one of the locals like, "Yeah, you're not much of a talker," and he could tell that the attitude of Jason Statham, like he wasn't really in a talkative mood, and everybody was sort of like looking around. Oh, what's going to happen? Are you going to hit him? Or it was just one of those things where both individuals understood, like, say, "Hey, look, just here to have a good time, not talk with guys, chill out." Guy gave him $20 for a drink. I mean, so you couldn't hate him for that, but it was how he did it. And I saw him like, okay, might have to do that one day. Maybe. I don't know.
It kept you out of a fight, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he gave him some money. So, hey, the scene where Post Malone was in the back and Jason got out and started just pretty much one-shotting and just shooting with perfect accuracy.
Yeah.
That
So you
scene
call a
was,
duty hacker. Just get a headshot off the headshot.
yeah, like it was one of the most accurate shootings. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay. So that was very, very, very nice. And towards the end, I think we can say in his mind, justice was served. Um, just the lighting, just the darkness coming front, then towards the back, you seeing like this orange light, sort of like had like a backlit feel to it. Towards the end of it, and just the ending execution was just like, yeah, he finally was able to, I guess, live in peace with it, and he just did his job as he saw fit. So I thought both movies was good for this week, for sure.
All right, Eddie, what's your thoughts on these?
Hi, all. Gee whiz,
Hey.
y'all look nice. Jesus, Murphy.
We've been waiting for you the whole time.
Okay, good. Okay, Cruella I really like. I'm assuming that Cruella was made, let's say, late 60s, early 70s. Because you're basing on, the cars.
1967 is said on the poster.
Okay. So in other words, I'm not too bad. Because there's a lot of things in there that brings a lot of memories back, because there's a lot of things in there that I saw that I can relate to a little bit. But to start off, the soundtrack. Oh man, the soundtrack. Yeah, I loved it. But what the two best songs in there that I really liked was Car Wash, but it was only the instrumental part of Car Wash. That's what I really liked. That blew me away. And then at the end, when the Rolling Stones, the sympathy with the devil, sympathy of the devil, and man, the whole. I was waiting as I was watching the movie. I got into I'm waiting for the next song. What other song's coming up? Gee whiz, this is getting good, So, who's up in me?
No, you're good.
Okay. What I didn't really like about Cruella is when she was dressed up in the red dress, she had Doc Martens on, and I don't like Doc Martens. I hate Doc Martens. But I got a feeling as I was going through the movie that there was a relationship early on. When her mother got killed, and the dogs ate the necklace. I said this, and at the end, I'm saying when the Baroness came in, I'm saying there's some relation between these two. This is before she found out that it was her mother. But I'm saying they look like like mother, like daughter. The way they were acting. And then when another part that I really liked is when they put the rats on the plate and put the cover on it and handed it out, and then the rats are all over the place. What else? Oh yeah, they said they were supposed to rob. They were supposed to get anyway. They had a getaway car. Okay, the getaway car, I think it had a left-hand drive. It was the only car that I saw in the movie that had a left-hand drive. Everything else was English. And
Yeah, true. Yeah, because she was on this side of the car.
Yeah, but the storyline I really liked. But at the end, it got to it reminded me a little bit of Carnaby Street, because Carnaby Street started off in this time period. Carnaby Street was like the high fashion of England then. So, but it was a good movie. I liked the soundtrack, liked the story, and I give it a good play.
Awesome. Okay.
And-
what about Wrath of Man?
Oh, Wrath of Man. Okay. What messed me up is when you go into each section had its own title, and they're jumping from one like 3 months before, 6 weeks before. I got a little bit messed up with that, but he came out with some certain sayings, like when he was hiring and he was pushing the cart out to the truck, and what's his name? I think his name was Bullet. He says, "Where did you learn how to push a car?" And he said, "In the supermarket."
Yeah.
And then after that, he came up with another. Somebody asked him something else, and he turned around and he said, "Up your ass, you asshole." You know, I couldn't figure out his accent. Either it was an English accent or an Australian accent. Because sometimes he had a little twang in it, and I said it's Australian, but I couldn't really get it. But I could never get it because he never had a smile on his face. He's like, down to business. But when they started saying, okay, we're going to do the heist, they started off at 150 million. Okay? Then after they said it was 180 million. But at the end, when you got all the money, I'm looking at all the bags they got. I said, how much money did they get? They didn't get 150 million. And I'm damn sure they ain't got 180 million. Because when they put on those four-wheelers to go through the tunnel to get on the Toyota Prius and put it in the Toyota Prius, I'm saying, how much money they got in there? They don't have $100 million in there. So, all in all, it was a good movie. But the fact that when he went back, when they showed the scene when they shot his son, then I related it. Everything just went back and said, now I noticed why he was doing this to get the person that got him. But I had a mistake in identifying the snitch. Was it Hill or was it Bullet or was it the other guy?
Bullet. Remember, Bullet told him in the truck, "Hey, just letting you know, this is what's going down.
Right.
Don't get froggy. Don't go jumping. You're gonna play along this, or you're gonna be dead." He told him. He says, "I give them tips and da 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 da."
Yeah, but
which I thought that part of the movie, I don't know, that kind of felt that
strange.
part of the dialogue just felt funny. I don't know. I was like, so is this your big reveal?
It was a bit obvious who it was him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was a good movie. Yeah, I give it a good play.
Okay. All right. So looking through there, I don't see. I was looking through. Daldum says thought the moth lava was quite brilliant. That was kind of funny. They put it away and then all the moths came out. Yeah, that was
cool.
there were so many little parts in that. So we've already talked about all the movies. Let's go ahead and we will do for player pass for this particular. We'll start with Cruella since that was our first movie. So player pass. How you judge player pass is if you would recommend this to somebody else. If you have no problem recommending this to somebody else because that is one of your friends and they're going to come back and tell you that you just recommended a great movie or a piece of crap movie, that would be a player pass. So would you recommend it or not recommend it? It is play or pass. So we're going to start. You guys on the side do the player pass. I will post those over here. We'll start with Eddie. Play or pass?
It's going to be a play for me.
Okay. Miss Blue, since you're next, play or pass?
Sorry, which one?
Cruella. Play or pass?
That is a definite play for me.
Okay. Roger.
Cruella is a 100% play for me, and I'll even go see the sequels because I hope they make them.
Yeah, and they said they are. I did see the thing. It says sequels are in the planning stage. Because I think I read today, 88 million is what it's made so far. So, that's how much. Yeah, how much the box office was 88 million so far. Penn.
Play.
That's a play. We got Patty with a play. We've got Jim with a play. Andrew.
Oh yeah, it's a 100% play.
It's a play. So we got that. We got the Beach over here is with play. Sharon's with a play. Patty with a play. Alban.
I'm a play. The Beach, where are you?
Huh?
Where's the Beach? How come he didn't come in?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, he made a video, and that was his.
I know. I do take attendance for this show.
Yeah.
You guys think I'm joking? Listen. I take attendance.
Cheap for it all.
I take attendance.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a play for me. And I've actually watched it twice. And after listening to some of these reviews, there may be, if there's somebody that comes over to my place and they haven't seen it, I'll be like, oh, we need to watch that. You need to watch it. Listen to the soundtrack because the music is awesome.
The beach is on a
So
phone call.
he's
Okay.
got phone calls. So we got all
Okay.
plays in there. Alban, are you able to see the telegram? What was
Yeah.
the votes on that one?
Yeah. On Cruella, I think it was 13-0.
Okay, so
Checking
13-0.
it back
Okay,
now.
I know one was 93% and one was 100%.
94-6. So.
Okay, so
Yeah,
one vote for
Cruella.
no and
No, Cruella is 15 and 1 now. It
okay.
was 13 before, but finally someone else voted.
Okay, so we got plenty of votes for that. So definitely a play recommendation from us. We're gonna go. Let's go to Dalton. Dalton with a play also, and the beach is on the phone. And so then we'll go to next, which is Jason Statham's movie, Guy Ritchie, Wrath of Man. So play or pass. You guys over on the side chat, you play or pass for Wrath of Man. We'll start with Eddie down at the bottom.
Hi, I give this a play.
Give it a play. Miss Blue.
Oh crap! Hold on. Oh, you can't hear me. Sorry, I thought I was muted. Okay, as a recommendation movie, yeah, I'll say it's a play.
Okay, Roger.
The softest play I've ever given.
I hate them.
We could take that
I
a
hate
couple
them
ways,
soft
you know.
plays. I hate them soft plays. As an older man, I don't like the sound of that.
I mean, it's not a bad movie. I didn't hate it in any way, but it's surely not a good movie.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't, and it's not a Candy Crush movie because you'll not understand what the hell's going on if you try to play a video game in it. So
Yeah.
Penn.
A play for me.
Okay, play for you. We got a little bit of mix over here on the side chat. So we've got a couple passes, play-ish. I like play-ish.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew?
I'll give it a play. I think I might have one, maybe two people I could recommend it to.
Yeah. I got
I
you.
might enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Alban.
I'm a play.
You're a play. Okay. So, and I'll give it a play. But there's some people that have asked me about this movie, and I tell them, this is what you're going to get. If that's the kind of movie you like, you're going to like it. If you are not that kind of a fan, you're not going to like it. So I usually give them, it is, to me, like I had said in my review, you get what you pay for on this one. It is what it is. You're looking at the action side of it to me and not maybe some of the other stuff. And if you're looking for the action, it does have some action and pretty good movie. So, and I guess Alban, what was this on Telegram? How does the votage go? How did the voting go?
Looked like 16 and hold on, I just had it up. 16 plays. I think that the one, no pet, so 16.
Okay.
16.
So on
plays.
Telegram, all plays. So so definitely would be a recommended for our show. I think that has been suggested. So. Good movie, another good movie. So you just get what you get for on with the Jason Statham. I want to say it's a soft Guy Ritchie movie because it wasn't his kind of. I didn't feel like his movie. So we got that. Let's go ahead and take a look and talk about what are our movies for next week, Alban. What is our voting?
This is a problem here. We got we still got ties going on here. We got
tie.
The Wolf of Three.
I haven't voted yet.
Oh, you better get in there.
Yeah.
Go get it. Go and get your vote.
I'm going right now.
Yeah, go vote. Go and vote for American Traitor.
Now, in other words, don't throw your vote away. Vote for one of the four. That's 20%.
Yeah.
Sharon and Diana need to pick different movies.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to go in and.
Hey, did someone pick Respect?
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that, everyone. With the Respect, it hit my plex, and I didn't check it out.
So in other words, if you voted for Respect, you're Trakt.
Yeah, and Eddie probably he voted for Respect like 2 or 3 times. We know that.
Yeah,
he's like
no,
he didn't.
No, I'm just joking. We know how he is with musicals.
Yeah,
what music? I knew Eddie was going to pay attention to Cruella, though.
Mhm.
The music was going like, oh, Eddie's going to like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in his wheelhouse. So we got that. Trying to think if there's anything else while we're waiting on a few extra people to vote in our Telegram chat so we can pick the movie.
We need,
Well, I said I was just saying in the chat earlier, Harrison Ford is in my neck of the woods
Oh,
Is
doing
he?
Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
36?
yeah.
Or is it 5?
Yeah, there's been
Five?
videos of him walking around Newcastle today.
Oh, cool.
This will be 5 because there was the 3 originals. Then
Yeah,
the-
and
the
there's
That
stupid one
Crystal
with
Skull.
What's
Yeah.
his name? Yeah.
That was
with
garbage.
Shia. With Shia.
Shia. Yeah.
That was garbage.
Well, I still
But I did-
liked it.
I did see a picture of Harrison in the Get Up the other day. It was released on the internet. He looks old, but Indy can be old. I'm okay with Indy being old.
I liked when he came back as Han Solo. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, he's old, and
Mhm.
you know, and you could tell, but he's still a great Han Solo.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a great Indiana Jones for sure.
Yeah, I've loved Harrison
Forever.
Ford since American Graffiti.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Weirdos.
All right.
We
So,
still-
no, we got a winner. You got a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
Shark.
Yeah. But we still need what's her face to
No.
Sharon and Diana to retract theirs.
What?
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
do we need them to? This just broke the tie.
I know we broke the tie, but you know.
Yeah, the tie's been broke.
Okay, well if they're around
Listen,
to do it, great.
I'm
But
not
we're not
gonna pick that.
waiting an hour.
Shark
Yeah, we're
movie.
not.
I know.
Well,
I can't
either
believe
of
how
them in the
the
show.
Great White. There were votes for them. Like, really?
Hey,
Who did pick that one?
I
I'm gonna
did.
look at the votes for Great White.
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah. That's what
Alvin,
you know what?
come on.
No, you know why?
You know that's gonna suck.
Let me explain the reason why. Because I've been watching all of these B movies, you know, with the killer whales and killer this and that, and I saw, oh, okay, you know, I can deal with another Jaws type movie, and so that's why I
They
picked
Jaws
probably
type movie.
spent.
Don't
They
don't you
they
dare put
probably
disrespect
spent
on
like
George there.
$100,000. I bet you the budget is $100,000 in that movie. I guarantee it is.
I doubt
it's
it
gonna
ain't
be-
that. I doubt it's that much.
Yeah.
There's only three shark genre movies that you should watch. One is obviously the Jaws, 1 and 2.
Uh
Deep Blue Sea,
huh.
just the first one, and the
Uh-huh.
other one is The Shallow.
Shallow.
Like a more recent one that's quite
So-
good, and then the rest. And
So,
that
so I
Great
guess
White
you've
one.
never
I mean,
watched the Sharknado, have you?
I
Oh,
have
no.
actually, but I mean serious shark movies. Yeah, not.
Oh.
fucking-
Deep
my
Blue Sea
God.
was definitely good.
Yeah, it was.
Jaws.
Well, that
Can't
it
believe
said
you
the
tried it.
executive.
Very
Open
compelling.
water. Open water.
Yeah.
Open
Well-
water is okay.
I like open water.
There was another one I liked
They,
too.
they made a third one. You
Oh,
know.
I didn't even mind the Meg, if I'm being honest.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of Jason,
Oh my god, that was terrible.
I didn't mind it because I like the big creatures.
That was like how big of a no. That would
Yeah, you
all
think they
those
caught the
shark
one?
movies-
and-
You know what? Shark movies. I'll watch Shark Week on Discovery. That's to
Uh-huh.
me. That's more entertaining than most of them shark movies. Just watch Shark Week on Discovery. I got all the shark stuff I want to see, and they're real. So all right. So this is the movie that won by one vote.
Uh-huh.
Because we had like a 4-way tie or something like that.
Yeah.
So we got American Traitor, Trial of Axis Sally. Al Pacino's in it. We'll see. I don't know. I watched the trailer and I'm like, I don't know.
Mhm.
So we'll
What
see.
is it, a
But it's based on
5.5?
a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. So yes, it's a interesting little flick. Michael Polish directed. So yeah,
Eddie.
we'll see how that goes.
Eddie, do you remember this trial?
No.
I'm just fucking with you.
I was thinking, dang, wait a minute, 1950, late 50s, or maybe the early 50s when the trial was happening. I would think. I mean,
Yeah, but it says in the trailer, it says it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
I'm not that old. Come on.
I just
I'm
kidding
on-
you, man.
I'm
He
only,
was
I'm
messing
only
with you.
19.
yeah. Oh, look it's Bionic Man.
1919.
He looks like the Bionic Man. All right, so that is our movie for next week. So watch it, love it, or figure out why you hate it, and we'll have that going. So thanks to everyone watching the show. Thank you for we went through the 2 movies, explained them all. Hopefully you decide if you want to watch either one of those 2 movies, and then watch American Trader for next week. Who is on the panel? Before we head up out of here? Eddie, anything you want to say before we go?
No, 2 good movies.
2 good movies.
Hot temperature, steamy temperature, good weather.
Are those 2 movies?
Yeah, for
Hot
me.
hot temperature. I'll look that up. I'm gonna look on Albin's Plex for that. Okay,
Yeah.
steamy. Those ain't steamy that I'm thinking about. All right, Lou.
Yeah?
Anything you want to say before we go? Look at she gave the Queen's wave. All right, Roger.
Thanks for having me. It was a blast. Looking forward to next week's show already. Peace out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pen.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming to the show, supporting the channel and the show. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to the panel as well. And good picks for this week. And looking forward to the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Andrew.
Shan just like to steal my shtick. That's my thing. And just be quiet and wait. Everybody, give the video a thumbs up, please, because it helps spread it out to the masses.
Yeah. The masses, and hey, and actually, these are current movies. This show should be getting all kinds of.
More people would see it if Todd knew how to use hashtags in his titles, but I guess he doesn't.
I use it in the meta. You put it in the meta. I put it in the meta. But I guess maybe I'll start hashtagging before the shows.
Well, if you do hashtag play a pass in there, because if you just search for play a pass, it don't always get you. You don't come up first, just so you know. But thanks everyone. We'll see you next week. We'll post the next week's new movies up there. I posted them late this week because I didn't want everyone to be able to cheat and watch stuff early. So I waited till Sunday. I don't know if I'll do that again. I don't know, since we're only going to be on one movie. So otherwise, we'll see you guys on Friday, and make sure you go out and watch Loki. I did. I loved it. I know Blue is just waiting to get rid of us so she could go watch.
Yeah, I wish you guys would stop talking already so I could get out of here. Jesus.
Yeah, I need to watch it as well.
And look at I haven't even been able to talk yet. So all right. So there you go.
Half an hour later, here we go.
Andrew says it's always the longest close of any show when we get ready to go and Dab starts talking. So hey, no, thank you for everyone watching. Thank you for everyone to come on the panel. Subscribe to Penn, does great content. Thanks for watching the show. Watch us on Friday. Watch the movie. Watch the show next week. And hey, play or pass. So tell us what you think. Join the Telegram group. All that stuff is in information down below the video. Share, like, subscribe, all that good